Welcome back to my cave, once again, humans. Just recently I bought a bunch of furry games, and there's a lot of furry games that I really want to see get more recognition, and I know I'm probably not the best channel for that because I'm so obscure, but I want to try advertising my channel with these. And to be honest, I'm thinking about doing a lot of Baalf Games Fur reviews. Now, while it's true that having an anthropomorphic protagonist does help me like your game, I'm going to show some not so good furry games just to show I'm not biased. Well, not too biased anyway. It's kind of proven that I'm a little bit biased, but still, I want to be fair with these reviews. That's why I'm mixing good and not so good furry games together. But let's focus on one game at a time. What do we have first coming up? Ninjin, Clash of Carrots. Get ready to whack some moles and other wacky characters and retrieve your stash of carrots. This game is an auto-scroll beat-em-up. It's two-player compatible, and you can even play online, although good luck getting anyone to play online. Alright, let's start the gameplay footage. You get two different characters, Ninjin the Ninja Bunny, and Akai the Red Panda. Although for some reason the game keeps insisting that she is a fox. Not sure why. The game starts you off on somewhat of a tutorial stage, but fortunately it actually plays like a stage, so it's not too strenuous, thankfully. Now, since both characters play pretty much the same, it all comes down to personal preference which character you like to play as. Some people might not like that, but me, I personally prefer that, because if I like the appearance of a character more, then I'm going to play as them. If they all play differently, then there's the chance that a character I like won't be as strong as the characters I don't like. Pokemon. Now, the gameplay's pretty simple. To attack, use either the left face button or the right shoulder button. Personally, I prefer the shoulder buttons. Aiming your attack is either the right joystick or the left shoulder buttons. Okay, that does kind of sound confusing, but it's more simple than it sounds. Your object is to plow through bad guys with the weapon of your choosing. Each stage offers different enemies, and each stage introduces new enemies to keep things fresh. A lot of the enemies are moles because that's the main antagonist. But there's also boars, onis, giant tofu blocks. And each enemy has different strategies, like throwing balls that you can deflect at the opponents. And some of them have shields that protect themselves, some of them get angry when you knock off their helmets, some of them split apart. Lots of variety, and a lot of the stages also end in a big boss fight, such as this adorable brute right here. Yay, bears! There's also a whole bunch of wacky weapons you can buy and find during levels. And, well, to be honest, I think the standard weapons are the best because they're quicker than spears and heavy weapons, but they do more damage than knives. Heavy weapons can be okay, but they have to be really strong. And I know it's kind of cliche and inaccurate to assume that just because a game stars anthropomorphic animals that it was made by a furry. But then how do you explain this? You can actually buy Shadow Fox's fursuit head as an accessory for your character. Oh no, this game totally wasn't made by furries. I am totally convinced that a non-furry made this game. But all joking aside, that's never a bad thing. I perfectly welcome it. And aside from the main questline, there is also a survival mode, where you can test your skills in an endless run. And it gives the game a little bit of replay value. I have to say, this game is actually pretty fun for a $10 game. That's right, it's only $10. It's one of those games that even if you don't like, at least you didn't spend too much on it. But honestly, for $10, I would say this is worth a try. It's a pretty fun game. when you get down to it. Alright, let's see how far I can get in survival mode. Come on, don't fail me now. If I make it to wave 10, I get a good prize. Come on. Crap, come on. Dang it!
Oh wow, I've been hit.
Ah, dang it. I'll admit, my reviews aren't really that in-depth, but honestly, I'm just going by whether I had fun playing this game. I didn't really notice any glaring issues, and while it can be a little repetitive, it can be mindless and fun bashing through enemies. Although, to be honest, I can think of one thing to complain about. Once you beat the main boss of World 1, you get a Firestone. This Firestone allows you to turn into an elemental beast if you can raise a purple meter high enough with combos. Here's the problem I have. In the main game, it is almost impossible to raise that meter all the way. Good luck. I guess that does it for this review. Honestly, I thought this was a pretty fun game, and at $10, it's at least worth a try. The next game I want to talk about is The Swords of Ditto, Mormo's Curse. After that, I have other games I want to talk about. I said I wanted to talk about Paw 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 a while ago. I could also talk about Ghost of a Tale. There's this game called Genetic Mutants I want to talk about. And of course, I also want to advertise Kaze and the Wild Masks. But until then, I'm Baalf, and the cave is closed.